Good morning, everybody. I'm going to be putting together the Crouching Bones animated prop today. I am so sorry. I've promised you this prop for weeks and just kept putting other props in front of it because the other props I foreseen to be easier. If I remember correctly, this was something else to put together, but it's been a very long time. I don't remember where I got it, and I don't remember how much I paid for it, but I did look it up, and they have this version, and they have a clown version, and they go for a little over $200 now, 223, something like that, I think. I'm sure if you do a little internet shopping, you might find them lower, but generally that's what it is. So if you like this, you can find it places, just Google it. All right, so like I said, I had opened this and put it together 1 year just to make sure it worked. It was very hard, if I remember correctly, to put together, and I don't remember why. And I didn't use it that year. So this is the first year, and I am planning on putting it right up there, right where it leans over this corner. So when people go in this bathroom, they gotta walk right under him. That's the plan. We'll see how that works out. All right. Let me pull him down here on one of these stools. Sorry. And let's see what we got in this box. Well, it doesn't seem like all that much. Comes with a step pad, so that leads me to believe I got it from Morris. All right, let me get the pieces out and get started, guys. All right, fellow ghoulies. I may be wrong about this. Or I may have sent it back. Seems like kind of remembering my first one might have been broken. At any rate, here's your pieces. And this is all one big piece. And the reason I'm saying I might have sent it back and got a new one, or I may be mistaking this prop for something else, but I don't think so, is this still has the zip ties and got the legs up under it. So it's obviously hasn't been put together. So anyway, this is a Seasonal Visions. I looked at the bottom. It's a Seasonal Visions prop. Let me give you a look at his head sculpt here. Pretty gruesome. I think I got him to go on a look at all the moss and stuff made into it. That's pretty nice. Especially considering, I mean, this thing, I've had this thing 4 years, maybe 3-4 years. I am not going to make any attempt to whether to say this looks easy or hard. Every time I think it looks easy, it turns out to be hard. And I'm not going to jinx myself. I'm not sure about this step-bad situation because they can't, unless I get a very long one. All right, worry about that later. Let's get this put together for you. All right, let me get started. All right, I wanted to show you this real quick. They have a bolt there. You can see a wing nut, this little chamber, and a washer at the end of the legs. I'm sorry, I see that's not focusing for some reason. So you got these two legs, and they are going to slide into these housings, and the longer piece of the frame, A-frame, is your front, is what it's saying. All right, let me see if I can get this done. All right, everyone, I did remember correctly. This thing is a pain in the butt to put together. After you get the legs put in and it's screwed down, you got to physically lift this piece inside to where he is almost, let me back up a little bit and you can see where he's almost straight up, because you're going to connect this pole that's just hanging, and this one over here, and this was the main one you had to get it straight for because this piece moves. And then you put your cotter pins in. And this plastic housing, I'm going to assume is supposed to keep these clothes from getting tangled. Yeah, I don't know about that, but that in theory, there we go. I have a lot of cotter pins, so I don't know what all we're going to be doing, but I got a lot of them. Also, down here, remember I showed you the silver piece and then a wing nut and a washer. This has the exact same looking thing made onto it, but it's black. So I think these were just to protect it in shipping. I'm going to hold on to them in case, but Just so you're like, whoa, well, this doesn't fit anymore. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to. All right, so this is what we got. So far, so good. Moving on. All right, it wanted me to put this shoulder plate, and it just slides into, it's a bar that slides down like a lot of shoulders do and slides into the back. Then it told me to connect the wires. Well, I can only find these two, and they obviously don't go together. So I'm hoping another wire will materialize as I put this together. The next thing we're going to do, I'm going to pull this back down. I'd pull this close all up looking for wires, but I do not see one. It did tell me to go ahead and put the power cord. So anyway, speaking of which, there's your box. Very, very common. Got a volume control, step pad, you know. Oh, I found the receipt in the box. This is from 2019. And Have Fun Costumes is where I bought it. So, yeah. All right, well, I think next is this chest piece, which as you can see is going to be another sit down. And probably hook up your IR sensor. So let me get that done. All right, so took me a minute to try to figure out if this chest piece went on the outside of the garment or on the inside. These pictures look to me like they're on the inside, but the picture on the following page, or the previous page, it looks like it's pulled down and this is on the outside. These are some of the worst instructions I've ever gotten for one of the most aggravating, complicated props. So, all right, so what it wants me to do now is take this shroud, it has a hole in it, and put the hole or where the head is. I only have 2 wires. One I just hooked up to the sensor. The other one is way down here. See right here? That's about as high as it goes up, so about right here. That connects to the head. So that's a long... So I don't know what wire it was talking about down here. I've yet to find any more wires. But anyway, it wanted me to close this up in the back. Put this shroud, which has a hole in it. Put the hole over the head. And I'm assuming we're going to put the head on first. But I'm not going to close this up because I'm going to have to get down here to this wire, since it's way down here, to plug in the head. So that's where we're at. And I went ahead and pulled up his pants back here. His booty's showing a little bit. These aren't the tightest pants, but I think the shirt's going to come around the back. Come down around the back, so cover that a little bit more. But all right, let me, to not have many parts, man, I remembered this correctly. This is a pain. Okay, let me get the head on. Okay, I just want to show you this. So it says slide the arms housing into the corresponding part on the prop, which is right here. So just a little metal piece. And of course attach it with the cotter pins. Guys, I tried, hold on one second. Sorry, I wanted to adjust for some light here. I tried everything in my power to get this somehow to conform. I tried to put this over it, this one over it, this one over it. They're both too small to go over this square piece of metal with a hole in it. I'm like, well, am I supposed to put it through this? I mean, I was befuddled. If you go way up the arm, you'll find another metal piece that goes in, and that's what you put the cotter piece in. Not down here with the hands. Lord have mercy. Like I said, pain in the butt to put together. All right, let me do the other side and I'll keep going. All right, everyone, here he is put together. I just love his look. He's gonna be a good static when he breaks, because, you know, they all break. And as predicted, it was just stick the head down in there and connect that wire. So there is a wire they said that I was to connect, but they also weren't referring to the cotter pins as cotter pins. They had them as I guess they're a different type of cotter pin, but you know the kind you put in and then you actually bend backwards on itself to lock in place. So I'm hoping maybe it was just updated since the instructions, which, wow, bad instructions. And whatever wire has already since been permanently attached. One thing, after I attached that shawl that has the hole that it wanted me to put up before I put the head on, it told me to bring some of it around, and it looks like it's fallen. And tie it in a knot back here, which I thought was strange. And I'm thinking it might be because, see, the sensor is in a horrible position right there. Horrible. It's kind of underneath. So I'm thinking that might be why, because if you tie this and pull it back, maybe it'll show it a little bit better. All right, guys. I always put them about half volume. Well, let's see. I haven't tried it. Fingers crossed. Okay. It's a big fat nothing. All right. I don't know why I do that. That's an old school right there. No prop does this anymore. All right, guys. Not good. All right, let me pause it and see what's happening. Hey everyone, sorry. Let me get this where that light's not directly behind him. I went to look in the back of him and he just started working. So I guess it just took a minute for his power to beat all the places it needs to be. So here's what he does. Leaning side to side, eyes light up green, which look really good. I don't know if this is gonna, I mean, I do love this head on this guy. All right, it comes with instructions about if he leans too far one way or the other and you don't like it. There's a bar in the back you can adjust. Honestly, these instructions are so horrible. I'm sitting here looking at him now. Let's see if I move right here. No. So literally you have to be very close. So he's going to have to be on a step pad. To operate. Maybe it won't be as bad. I haven't tied these back. Oh, let's just look. All right, move. See how far I can get back. Anyway, I'm not messing with him. He's a pain in the butt to put together. He's really cool looking. But to be honest, I thought he was going to be cooler. All right, if I move. Okay, yeah. Tie that cloth back from him and it'll be much better as far as distance for your IR sensor. And you know what? Actually, I'm thinking if I put him up high with it being under, that might be better for my case. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you can put him on top of an arch or somewhere since it is underneath. Anyway, I thought he was going to be cooler, guys, as far as movement. I got to be honest. I thought he, and like I said, you can adjust the swaying. But I thought he would sway a little better, move a little smoother. And I guess that's because I'm in 2023 and this is a 2000, what did I say I ordered it? 19 prop. But he looks fabulous. He's a pain in the tuchus to put together. So this is what I'm going to say. Cauldron wise, because you can still buy him, so I'll give him a cauldron rating. I'll give him 5.5 cauldrons out of 10. Because he looks great. I'm looking at the camera and this just does not, and I can't make it pick up the fabulousness of his look. But he does. Oh my gosh, he does. So that's mainly the look is why he's getting that high, and his quirky, jerky, not moving quite as far side to side as I thought he would. Now, granted, a caveat, like I said, they've got instructions here where you can adjust that. I'm not touching it. Thing was enough trouble to put together. So that may not be an issue for some of you guys that can work on them and are techie and whatnot. I am not. So this is as much as he's going to lean either way for me. But that's why I'm giving him the rating I'm giving him. He's hard to put together. He doesn't lean smoothly. You know, but now that I think about it, he's a zombie-ish carrier. Or I guess maybe he is a zombie. I don't know. And they are jerky. Okay. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. I'll revamp that. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. I don't think I would pay, and like I said, I have no idea what I paid for him, what was that, 4 years ago? Is that right? Can't remember if I said 2018 or 2019 was on the thing, but either way, I don't remember what I paid. But I wouldn't pay $220 for him now. I would pay $160. I don't even know if I'd go $170. He'd make a great static prop. That might be the only reason I'd go $170. So, like I said, I saw him online for like $223. Not $223. I would do that. I would. I mean, to each their own, but I wouldn't do that. All right, and they also have the clown version. It's just dressed up like a clown. Sorry about the extremely long video and my rambling, but this guy was something else to put together. Just beware. You're in for it. All right. Well, I'm thinking we're 34 days, something to that effect, maybe even less, but I'm thinking 34, 35. I am so far behind on my build, guys. I don't even know what to tell you. But I will try to get a walkthrough daytime and nighttime if I ever get it together. I'm mainly putting props together. I don't even have anything in their places. I am panicking. Yes, I am panicking. I want to ask a question. I think I know the answer. But if I have your attention this far in the video, please feel free to answer this for me. You know, I got the spirit tree. This lady had given me, she found out I was a firefighter. Her dad was a firefighter and he had passed away. So she gave me a coffin and these 3 wooden bats that he had handmade, years ago. I've never used them. I thought about hanging them high, but I saw this tree a while ago and I had to move them. So I stuck them on the tree. What do y'all think? Does that degrade the tree a little bit? I'm going to be honest, in my opinion, I don't think I like it. I don't think I like them. I think it kind of kindergartens it up a little bit. But I'd like to use this. He had passed away, and I'd like to use these to somewhere, and I can find another place. But let me know what you think. Keep them in the tree or find a new spot to hang them. I think it's going to be the answer I'm going to get is take them out of the tree, but let me know. All right, guys. Keep working on those setups, and I'll keep working on mine. And until next video, stay spooky.